Good morning, welcome to Mountain Power Outdoors. So as you all know, I'm a huge Maxpedition fan, but obviously price is a huge factor in sort of choosing your outdoor gear. I didn't have a lot of money for a long time, so I initially went with something called the snugpak response pack. I've had this about 8 or 9 years, so I think it's had a reasonable road test, and for me to give you a fairly insightful reviews to the quality. So this is my going outdoors bag. This is the one I always throw in my pack if I'm just going out for the day in the woods. I know I'm probably going to have a fire, probably going to have something to drink, coffee, whatever. It's just a really convenient form factor, so I can just know, without having to like ferret around in the drawers and all the rest of it at home, everything is all in here. So in terms of the quality of the bag then, so it's about 20 quid, so you can't ask too much of the bag. Having said that, there's been many reports of the stitching going a bit wonky on some of these bags, and true enough, mine's no exception to that. So as you can see just down there, that's just come away. It's probably something you could fix yourself, but it's just one to bear in mind if you've got anything particularly valuable. As you all know, you can waist carry this bag, so just behind here you've got all this. There's a waist belt there, so you can carry it around your waist. Would I feel comfortable carrying it around my waist? Probably not, just because of the stitching. You never know when it's going to go. I don't particularly trust it in that regard. Having said that, it works quite well in my rucksack, and it's got a decent amount of capacity. So just have a quick look through mine. This is just stuff that I've just chucked in there that you never know you might need. So just a basic BCB fishing kit, which I've used probably once or twice. On the opposite side then, just a basic first aid kit. I always carry a basic first aid kit with just a couple of bandages, some plasters, because when you're playing in the woods sometimes you can injure yourself quite easily just on the stupidest of things. So we go to the front. That was the opener from earlier. This is just the Life Systems ferro rod that I did a quick review on earlier. Yeah, I think it's overbuilt for what it is, and I think the retention on that's probably a little bit weak. The ferro rod, obviously, I said was particularly tough to strike. Matches, I've always got matches in my thing. Lighters are brilliant until they go wrong. Matches, these are just Swan matches. If I'd had a bit more free cash floating around, I'd probably pick up some of those waterproof, store matches like the NATO issue ones, which are brilliant, very short burn time, but they definitely get going. These should probably go in a little plastic bag. Crappy rain poncho, this just came out of a first aid kit. Probably one use and bin it. Same with that. Foil blanket. Never had the need to use one, but it's just one of those things that's small, it's easy to carry. Like my Fire Titanium Sport, I've used the plastic ones God knows how long. This one, it's around 10 quid. It's yeah, it's not going to be the strongest thing in the world. You can certainly bend it. Having said that, I haven't managed to snap it like I have my plastic ones. So there's that. The World's Worst Torch. This is just one of those £2 things from Amazon. If I remember rightly, what I have done is, yeah, I leave the battery inside out on it, so if it does get switched on in my bag, the torch won't work, the battery's ran the wrong way. So yeah, there's that thing, fine, throw it in the pack, forget about it. A couple of whistles, so you and your compadre if you're out. One of these chem lights, again this just came with a kit of some description. I think it was in a first aid box. The other half couldn't find any use for it, so she just let me have it. And then your larger main compartment, finally, we've got a large can of gas. This is one I've refilled using that brass idly tip adapter. Probably overkill, but obviously more than I need. Then you've just got your, you've seen all this stuff before. This is just my stove, which I'm going to dig out and use in just a second. I think this is a High Gear or a Van, something like that, Van Gear maybe. I think I paid about 20 quid in Go Outdoors, and I've had this for years and years and years, and it's been really good. The PZO ignition is a godsend if you haven't got a lighter or matches on you. It's not the lightest stove on the planet, but it's by no means the heaviest, so I like that. It's got a nice wide base for cooking on, and obviously your gas canister's separate, so you just fold those up, not your legs. and then your piezo is just down the bottom, gas control knob there. Fantastic. Yeah, that's been used and abused many a time, and it continues to work absolutely fine with no issues. Just a piece of fat wood. Never have too much fat wood. Thank you to Ian for the fat wood. Titanium mug. This is, I think this is an Alp kit one. My friend bought me for a birthday, again many moons ago. So I've just bought some radio controlled fuel hose. That goes on the your RC cars. I've just taken the handles off and I've run some of it down near enough to the bottom, because I kept burning my fingers on the stove, and this stuff is good for about 300 degrees C before it melts, so you can pick up your mug without burning your fingers. It's been a top tip. Yeah, light enough, still looking pretty good. And also you get a little mesh bag thing with it. What else we got? Last but not least, Lofty Wiseman's SAS Survival Guides. Fantastic read, fantastic read. Even if you're, you know, you're not into escape and evasion and all that kind of stuff, it's got some fantastic tips in there. Really, really good book. Can't recommend it enough, especially for sort of £5 or £6. I think everyone should have a quick look. I think you can download it online for free from certain unscrupulous websites as well. So yeah, like I say, it's supposed to be about the bag. The bag's held up fairly well, but considering it lives in a much larger rucksack all the time, for the stitching to fail like that, it's a bit of a disappointment. So if you're in the market for a budget bag that you don't mind putting into a larger pack, then this might be the one. It's fantastic for organising your gear, but day to day I wouldn't trust the stitching if I was carrying this around my waist or on my shoulder. So I hope you found the little video useful. Obviously comments more than welcome, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.